Oh, damn it!
I'm gonna go.
Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show. I wanted to have a great time tonight. Thank you. I love a live audience. It's always a great thing to have a live audience. I wanted to have a good time tonight. I wanted to celebrate the opening ceremonies of the the Global Olympics. I wanted to have a great time. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to cry. I wanted to root for America. I wanted the good things to happen in the world. But then I saw some of the clips from the opening ceremony. And it's not a game anymore, folks. It's not a game. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over the tolerance. I'm over winking and nodding and pretending like they aren't a big deal or they aren't a huge problem. It gets to a point when they start mocking your faith that you have to actually stand up for yourself. You actually have to call it out. You can't just say, well, whatever. What are they gonna do? Sinner's gonna sin. Because I wanted to have a good time. I wanted the Olympics. I wanted us to have a funny moment, talking about Snoop Dogg carrying the torch. Look at that. It's basically a big blunt. Just having fun. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to be like, wow, look at, yeah, see, exactly. There's the meme. As the first thought everyone had in their minds, just hilarious. The fact that Snoop Dogg probably high out of his mind, having a great time carrying the torch, good on him. And then having a moment where you're just like, oh, remember when Trump carried the torch? Do you remember that? You remember when liberals liked him and pretend like he wasn't racist? Because he wasn't. And then we had this, okay? And this is part of the opening ceremony. This is part of the, hey, welcome to the Olympics. It's so great that everyone is coming together. But this is what we're about. This is what the world's about. This is amazing. And we got a piece that came out that said that this Olympics is going to be the gayest Olympics known to mankind. What does being gay have anything to do with sports, running track, swimming? Oh, it's everything. When you're part of a cult, it means everything. Acceptance means that you accept my religion and your religion is fake, is false. That's what the left has become. They're not tolerant. I get it now. I'm waking up to this. This isn't like a big red pill moment for me. This is a big, it's like one of these moments in my life where I knew this was the case. But it's not like I'm not pretending anymore. Like I don't want to laugh at it anymore. I'm gonna call it out. Now it's not funny. Now it's just like, okay, so you're gonna mock me. All right, game on. Fine. Is this what we're doing? This is what was being passed around at the opening ceremony. And you see it. Okay, this is supposed to be Christ right here. And this is Judas, of course, with red hair. I take offense to that. Thank you very much. And we just zooming out. Willie says, sometimes no more Mr. Nice Guy. No, I don't play anymore. Okay, so this is the Last Supper for them. So you might say, how are you even coming to that conclusion? Really? It's really that confusing for you? You can't see it? It doesn't take more than 2 seconds to kind of figure that out for you? You can't just see it? They're mocking Christians. And if you're a Christian, they are openly mocking you, saying, you. What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? And I always find it incredible that they only go after Christians. They only go after Christians. Why is that? Is it because it's the only true religion out there? Because Christ is king? Why do they, Muslims might say it's because Christians are so tolerant. It's because we know that we're going to be mocked. We know that our lives might end us up on the cross. I mean, he said it himself. I mean, for an entire group of people. Is that my guy wearing a MAGA hat? Where? Yeah. That's Kanye. Wearing a MAGA hat right there. For an entire group of people that preach love and acceptance, and how is this love and acceptance? Oh, we're doing a rendition. It's like a wink and a nod. Really? Is that what it is? Doesn't feel like it to me. Doesn't freaking feel like it to me. And then you might say, okay, that's it. That's all. If that's all they're doing, what are you going to do? But then that was being passed around that it feels like we're in end times. It feels like what is happening in the world? Why does it feel like World War III is happening? Why does it feel like we're in end times? And then this video is being passed around, which is straight out of Revelation 6:8. Okay, here's the pale horse, which is 6:8 right here. And I look and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed him. And the power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with beast of the earth. Now, is this coincidence? Because I don't want to just be like one of those people is like, ooh, A plus B equals C, that has to be it. But why would they do this? Because they hate you. They hate you. And Mike Cernovich, who I don't always necessarily agree with, but he has a lot of good points. And I was listening to him talking on Tucker Carlson. And he was talking on Tucker Carlson, and it was a great interview. I highly suggest any open-minded person, Christian or not, to check out the interview with Mike and Tucker Carlson. It's great. Talking about men's issues and talking about the world and stuff like that. And he said this point in this podcast that he didn't really take his faith seriously until he saw how seriously the left or non-Christians take the Christian faith. Because why mock something if it's not that big of a deal? And he put out this tweet right here. It says, I said it on a recent podcast. I didn't believe in God. I realized they do. They take Christ seriously. They believe he is real and they hate him. That's how I got back into religion. And for me, in some ways, it's the same for me. I grew up in the church. I went to summer camps. Then I went to become a youth pastor and all that kind of stuff. And I took my faith seriously. But I always was dumbfounded by how serious people that aren't Christians take Christianity. How they openly mock Christianity over and over again. And spit in their face. They don't do it with any other religion. And I think Christians need to wake up. And I think this is one of those calls to wake up and realize that it's no longer a game. These people openly hate you. They openly mock you. They want to obviously groom your children. They want to teach them the gospel that they see fit. I mean, you saw this headline being passed around everywhere. The gayest Olympics ever. Paris Olympics opens with a suggested bisexual threesome. Hey, it has everything to do with sports. It's basically sports. From the moment the 2024 Paris Olympics launched its opening ceremony with an elaborate street dance scene, it became clear that pushing the LGBTQ agenda was at the top of the program, with a sequence that made the opening the gayest opening ceremony ever. What the frick? I just like, why? Why do we have to have this? Why? We've been frightened for our lives for over 2,000 years, yeah. You have to watch the Olympics with like a rated R or PG-13 rating for children now. You know, it's like, what is this? I'm supposed to have like my 8-year-old son, like if I had one, or a 10-year-old son, and just be like, it's like, this scene right here. Obviously, look, a little love symbol. Because love is love. Love is love, and it's okay to mock somebody else as long as you say, I'm doing it in the name of love. Bitch, you don't even know what love is. There's no greater love than the one you're mocking. But also, what's this black guy doing? Good call out. He just looks so lost. He's like the black Backstreet Boy. He just got lost. He's not even looking at them. So is this supposed to be Jesus? Judas, the disciples, like, I just, it's why do we have to have it in everything? And they'll push it on you too. That's the best part, is that, you know, here's Mike Lee. Why? They'll push it on you. They'll say, you know, why do you care so much? This is what love is. This is what we're about. We're about this kind of stuff. We want to usher in the end times. Bro, if you're not right with Christ, get right with Christ, man. See, again, I wanted to just laugh, just talk about Snoop Dogg. Talk about Donald Trump having a silly willy time, holding the torch. But instead, we got in-your-face Christians. Now I want to leave the room. It's like, I'm like, this is the kind of stuff that like makes me want to become like a Mennonite or something. Like, maybe the Mormons have it right. Maybe we all need to find a state, Indiana, and then just go out there and live in secluded communes. It's like, I'm gonna become Amish. That's it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore, dude. I'm just so sick of the propaganda and then their monopoly on their cult being shoved down their throats, our throats. And you're just supposed to sit there and be like, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. It's an art installation. It's just art. It's art. Why are you so triggered? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I don't have as much energy as I normally do. I'm just like so flabbergastic and I am so bored of their shit. And I apologize for cursing, but like, it's shit to me. It's just shit. And like, I just honestly, to some degree, I want to thank the left. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the LGBTQ agenda and all these libtards. I want to thank you for kind of waking me back up. Because, like, I needed it. I mean, Mike is right. Like, there is no better person in the world that helps you refine your faith and refine your fire and put fuel to the fire, like openly mocking and to your face. Like, thank you. Thank you for waking me back up. Thank you. No, seriously, thank you. I couldn't have done it with you. I could have just, took the back seat in life. I could have just acted like it's not a big deal anymore. I could have just gotten fat off food and just continue to watch shows and to just get by in life and live the American dream. But it's stuff like this that's like, oh yeah, it's not it's not a fucking game anymore. It's not a game. It's like, this is life and death, and they hate you, and they want to take your children away from you, and they want to control the narrative, and they want to openly mock you, and they want you to submit to their will, and then they do it all in the name of tolerance and love, which is like in everything that is the left. They lie to your face, and they use words that make you feel like what they're doing is in the name of love and tolerance, but it's the complete opposite. There's no love and tolerance in this. Nobody would, they're not openly mocking Muhammad, or they wouldn't do that to those religions because they're scared of those religions. They do the Christ because Christ suffers and is risen from the dead. And we're all called to live a life that you're called to pick up your cross and follow him. And that is, you're going to be openly mocked. You're going to be openly ridiculed. So this is something to be expected. This isn't like a surprise, but it helps me refine my faith and wake up, because I'm like, oh yeah, there are actual evil people out here, and evil actually exists. It's like, yes, war and stuff like that. That is very evil, and terrible things that happen in cities, but so is this, and this is like a wake up to me. Thank you. Thank you. 15,000 Amish live in Mexico. Dude, I'm gonna go there. That's it. I'm going to Mexico. I'm living with the cartel. Can't do it anymore. I can't freaking do it anymore. This is the way letter people. Is this the way letter people say they need help? Is this the way letter people say they need help? Oh. Okay, I was trying to figure out what you were saying, Multi-Sean. I was like, in some ways, yeah. In some ways, this is their way of confessing that Christ is real. Like I've said, they don't mock any other religions, and some other religions would say, yeah, well, they take us more seriously. And maybe I'm contradicting what I said before, but like sometimes I think like maybe the only reason that they actually mock Christianity is because they actually believe that is the only true God. Why else would you mock anything else? It's like they're not mocking flat earth theory or mocking other things that aren't to be taken seriously, but they only mock Christ because that's the only true God, and that's what true evil does. I just come to how can you not come to these kind of conclusions after a while? Okay. I feel like I need to take a quick second and just I have other stuff I want to talk about, by the way. I want to actually change gears, because I don't want them to own, and I don't want this for yourself as well. Don't let these people own your life or own your mind or control your emotions. Don't let them control your anger if you're a Christian, because it's another reminder that, justice is in the hands of the Lord, not in yours. And so just remind yourself that you're supposed to be mocked and ridiculed. But it is real, evil is real. It's like one of those things. Okay. I need a Okay, here we go. Okay, this This news story is absolutely ridiculous. This is coming straight out of Politico. This is coming straight out of Politico. Look at this freaking tweet. From Politico. Kamala Harris faces greater security risks because she is a woman and a person of color. And the Secret Service is almost certainly taking that into account, said retired if you haven't been noticing that the media has been trying to erase what happened to Donald Trump, they're doing everything in their power to erase what happened to Donald Trump. They're trying to pretend like it didn't happen. They're trying to say it was a piece of shrapnel. They hate the fact that that photo is still amazing. They're just putting it under the rug. They're doing everything they can. So it makes sense that they would put out this absolutely stupid piece of crap. Because here we have this from Newsweek. Donald Trump might not have been shot after all. Why? Again, here's what they're the George Orwell thing. They're erasing history. They're erasing real events, rewriting the narrative, making idiots out there who don't actually consume media like this or other podcasts. They're reframing so that people that just sort of consume content, they go, oh yeah, well, maybe he wasn't shot. I mean, I know people did get shot, right? I don't know. But maybe he wasn't. You know, and it's just like Donald Trump to want to do something like that. It's just like Donald Trump to do that. I mean, he is a showman after all. I mean, if for all we know, he could have been faking it the whole time. Yeah, I swear to God. Okay, and then remember that. So they went from talking about, you know what, actually Kamala Harris is the one that faces the greatest security risk for being shot because she's a person of color. YOLO says the FBI just admitted it's a bullet and it's on Associated Press. Let's look that up in real time. FBI Associated Press. Okay, I need to move my Associated Press bullet. Okay. Oh. Thank you, YOLO. See, this is why we do this together. FBI says Trump was indeed struck by a bullet during an assassination attempt. Nearly 2 weeks after 2 weeks. God, sometimes I forget, you know. It happened 2 weeks ago. We had a president and a potential future president get shot at. And it's like, get rid of it. Get rid of that story. Think about Kamala Harris. You know, she's so funny. She is taking phone calls on speakerphone from the Obamas. And just forget about it. Don't worry about it. Nearly 2 weeks after Donald Trump's assassination, the FBI confirmed on Friday it was indeed a bullet. It's like, are these people are so stupid. It took 2 weeks. Let me see. Check the ear. Check the ballistics. Yes, indeed, there were people killed. We're gonna pray on it for a couple weeks. I don't know. We're not totally sure. Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
The FBI confirmed on Friday it was indeed a bullet that struck the former president's ear, moving to clear up conflicting accounts. You mean MSNBC? You mean CNN? You mean other idiot left-wing streamers? Conflicting accounts that caused the former president's injuries after a gunman opened fire in the Pennsylvania rally. I like this quote right here. What struck the President Trump in the ear was a bullet. Whether a whole or fragment into smaller pieces fired the deceased subject's rifle. These people are the worst. Okay, but so you go from the idiots at Newsweek.
You're a lying dog.
You go from the idiots at Newsweek saying, he might not have been shot after all. FBI director says, this is yesterday. Donald Trump may not have been shot by hit by a bullet, says FBI director. Christopher Wray on Wednesday said it was not clear whether, don't you love a title and how misleading that crap is? And then you have Politico's like, yeah, Kamala Harris actually faces the greater risk. God, I hate these people so much. If you don't have if you don't automatically assume what is being fed to you by even, Politico or any source, you got to fact check, double fact check, and look at it on Wikipedia and just make sure everything is A-okay. I'm glad. Thank you, YOLO, for this drop. I was in the gym and I didn't come up with everything. So it's good to see that they're finally admitting that. Yeah, let's listen to it. It's only 6 hours long.
But they may.
So he was indeed shot. But, the media is doing their damnedest to forget it even happened. They're all talking about how great Kamala Harris is as a human being, that she has so much energy and she's young, unlike Donald Trump, who's old. And so it's the Republicans are the one with the old guys, not the young right-wing conservatives. I mean, here is a clip of Kamala Harris right here. Wait a second. I'm saving this. Hold on. Let me see some of your chats. They refuse to believe the truth. Oh, well, it's not that they refuse to believe the truth. It's that they're purposely misleading you so they can continue to stay in power and control the narrative. I mean, that is literally, it feels like the purpose of the media in so many ways. Whatever team you're on, whatever side you're watching, they purposely skew or don't use information from specific sources in order. And for me, I hate liars. I hate them. I hate liars. God, I hate liars. They irk me. They drive me nuts. And so my whole channel is just based on calling out the Ray guy is a chump. 100%. Chris Way is saying that he is not sure just yesterday. No wonder Thomas researched Chris. Yeah. They always say they can't talk about it because it's under investigation. Well, yeah. That's just fancy lawyer talk. You know what I mean? It's like they don't want to say a matter of fact because because they know what they're doing. They're purposely misleading you. And then when you push back and say, hey, why didn't you just tell us? You say, well, I never lied. I never lied to you. I might have told you a white lie. But I would never lie to you. I'm the FBI. Okay? These are things. We don't do that at the FBI.
Emotional damage.
Okay. This might be the funniest 2 videos back to back that I've ever seen. Who is more black? You tell me in the chat. If you don't follow Antonio Brown on Twitter, I don't know what you're doing. You need to follow him. And even he shakes his hand like an N-word. Wait, here we go. Look at this handshake. I mean, this is like the Obama Key Peel skit where Obama's shaking hands with white people, and then he sees a black guy and he's like, yeah, what's up? I mean, this handshake with Netanyahu is incredible. But you tell me who's black, more black, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? I'm going to show back-to-back clips. Dude, this Poland is my favorite. This Poland is so good. Wait. That's good. All right, now we have Donald Trump. Now, And this is from Kamala Harris. Her explaining how she cooks green beans or something. You tell me.
Right, Marlon. So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me.
Oh, my bad, greens. God. That was the widest thing I've ever said. Collard greens. Okay, here we go.
Right, Marlon. So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas.
Wow.
One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub.
Is that a face of someone who just lied to you? We had to wash collard greens in the bathtub. I'm gonna go around a limb here. I'm just going
to say the obvious.
And I think you're a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar. I'm not kidding. What? What? You made him in the bathtub? Okay, and then we had. Come on, let's get it. Okay, and then we have her answering a fake phone call from the Obamas. This fake phone call is so ridiculous. I mean, I can't believe there are probably people out here. Kamala is a cringe fest. There are probably people out here that believe this is true. And I saw this morning. I was like, of course she's answering it and talking on speakerphone as loud as she can this morning. It was like my first thought. And I was like, I'm not going to tweet that. But I should have. But here we go.
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Wait, what?
Kamala.
Hello.
Come on. Come on. Just make it feel real. Is there anything real about Kamala Harris? Is there anything real about her? I wash my collard greens in the bathtub. Yeah, right. I mean, this feels so fake to me because it is. You know when you feel something that's fake and you're just like, that feels fake. It doesn't feel truthful. It feels like a half lie. It's because there's something in you that you can sense their emotions. You can feel that, just hear the tone of people's voices, and the body language gives away lies like no other. Body language gives away so much lies. The dude in the background's like, what the F? Yeah, okay.
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Oh, hi. You're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
Q1. Why do they keep saying that word historic? I'm so sick. Can we ban the word historic forever? Obama phone? Can we get rid of that word historic? We were just told over and over again that the Biden administration is the most historic administration known to mankind. Now we have to hear about Kamala Harris. We just had a president that got shot at. Okay, that's more historic in my eyes than Kamala Harris, collard greens washed in the sink in the bathtub, taking a phone call. There's nothing historic about you. You're being installed. I guess maybe change my mind. I just changed my mind. I just Steven Crowdered myself. Huge fans of changing my mind. Okay, maybe this is historic. She's going to be our first installed president of the United States. There won't be an election because World War III is starting. It's historic. Get over it, right-wingers. Okay. The direction says she wants to take the country sounds real. Yeah, 100%. What a bunch of BS. Kamala discovered the passage of time. Okay, here we go.
Without saying to my
Together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I like this little cutaway. Kamala, it's good to see you.
Kamala.
Hello.
Kamala? Is it Kamala or Kamala? I had no idea Obama was going to be such a f***ing racist. It's Kamala. God. You can literally say it any way you want.
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Oh, both together. Oh, it's good to
Don't you wish Michelle Obama was like,
Hey, it's me, Big Mike. What's up? How's everyone doing? I mean,
hey, what's up? It's me, Michelle. No big deal here.
Hi.
Hey there.
Oh, hi, you're both together. Oh, it's good to
YOLO, stating the obvious. How did they have audio so clear from 5 feet away? And there it is. And that was my thoughts exactly.
Hey there.
Oh, hi, you're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
You both
I
together.
can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh my goodness. Michelle, Brock, this means so much to me. I am looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting out there, being on the road.
Yeah.
But most of all, I just want to tell you the
Dude, what
words
if she
you
just
have-
like picked a huge booger in her nose just now? It was just like, and I just want to say thank
I
you.
just want to tell you
It's Camel here.
the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years
Wow.
mean more than I can express. So
Amen.
thank you both. It
Amen.
means so much.
So much.
And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
You know that last part? Where, okay, I mean, how many scenes is she in? Okay, one, 2, 3 shots. 3 shots. Three shots. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Okay, 3 shots. And then this little speech at the end, you know they already left. You know, they already hung up the phone. They're like, time to turn the phone off. Kamala, we're not on the phone anymore, bro. We're not on the phone. Turn it off. She's just having the speech. She's like, she like got them to say, hey, we're endorsing you. Or we're excited about you. They hung up and she's like, okay, how do we keep this going? How do we have this moment seem more special than other moments in my life? I want them to actually believe like I'm preaching to them. Like Kamala Harris is telling me what to think.
It means so much to me. I am looking forward to
This part is so fake.
I am
She has no friends, you can tell.
looking forward to doing
Yeah, the body language does give it away. Thank you. Like, look, hey, what's up? I mean, I could do that too. Hey, what's up? I'm seriously looking forward to working with the American people to make their lives much, much better. And we're going to do everything we can. And like your friendship, and we're best friends. Remember that. Give me some money. Please send me a $1 bill.
this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting
You think that she didn't add Doug the last time and they were like, hey, can we reshoot that? And you say something about your husband?
out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
Oh, God, she's fake. But don't forget that there are idiots out there that believe this kind of stuff, okay? Remember that people like this have just as much voting power as you in the world. That even though you're educated upon current events, you're informed on the propaganda everywhere, you think through these tough issues because you have a mind and you question things like why, that there are people out here that believe this, and I apologize for any curse words you hear. There are going to be some curse words, but there are people that have just as much voting power as you that believe this idiotic stuff.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop asking me what has Kamala done. Let me tell you, ho, I don't give a fuck what she's done. It's either a black woman or a racist conservative Project 2025 having ass prick. What the fuck you think we gonna choose? Kamala, bitch! What the fuck?
Okay. So you think that you have hope? I don't know. Okay, here's another one. There's another chick that's been going around saying that like she's falling for the Kamala propaganda. She's beginning to actually like Kamala Harris, and she doesn't like that. You know why? Because you're easily manipulated. Here we go.
I hate how I can feel the propaganda of the Kamala campaign working on me. Because part of me is like, yes, queen, per Brat Summer Kamala Harris.
Yeah, Brat Summer, per. Yeah, you're fine. You're an idiot. You think she knows anything about Brat?
And then I'm like, oh my God, that's a politician, actually. That's the vice president of the United States. Like, I'm still gonna vote for her.
Right, because I'm an idiot.
But I don't like feeling like I want to vote for her.
Mm-hmm. Remember, she has just as much voting power as you. And this is just my final point on Kamala Harris, is this. Your boy signed up for this. I'm going to be infiltrating this on Monday, the 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be infiltrating the white dudes for Kamala Harris. I've signed up. It is an online event. You will be live streaming with me on this. I will have a great time. So calling all white dudes for Harris. I signed up for this. We'll see if they let me in. I mean, here, I RSVP'd. Be sure to RSVP as well. I'll put the link in the description. I put the link in the chat if you want to subscribe, be a part of the revolution with me. I will be on this event. Hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully it'll be fun. White dudes for Harris. Dude, I can't wait. I will be freaking live streaming the crap out of it. I have been wondering this whole thing. Okay, and tell me, so my final point before I end this stream, it's been like a lot of fun with you guys. I really appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. But my final thought with Kamala Harris, I've been trying to figure out the whole Kamala Harris and Biden thing. I've been trying to figure out why Biden bowed out and didn't give us a single reason why he left and is not running anymore. He just said he's passing the torch. I have no idea what that means. I have been trying to figure out why he apparently got sick with COVID, but then all of a sudden looked totally fine. Why Kamala Harris? And if you have to be like, and this might be, put your hats on, this might be a weird conspiracy, but I'm starting to, I pay attention to trends. I try to pay attention to the news and trends. So if we look at the timeline of things that went on, what we had was month after month of conservatives making fun of Biden for losing it and him still running and us saying, what are you doing? There's no way this guy is going to run. Then the debate happened. The debate was going to happen, and everyone on the conservative side said Donald Trump is going to absolutely shellac Joe Biden. He's going to, it's going to end his campaign. And that's exactly what happened. And Joe Biden looked absolutely horrible on stage. You guys, the live stream, we did the live stream together. It was such a fun time, and I had a great time. So the debate happened. And then after that, there was all of a sudden a push from the left stream media, the mainstream media, that it's okay to start calling and saying Joe Biden is physically unfit for office. He's physically unfit to run. He's not capable to do it anymore. There's something happening. He has dementia. He has something. And so all of a sudden, even MSNBC was talking about Joe Biden having a huge issue. And if that starts to happen, it's not because they're honest. It's not because they've all of a sudden decided or like come to this new conclusion. This is a new thing. So it was obviously a push from the Democratic Party to get Joe Biden out of office, no matter what it took. And so the media went up against him. Even podcasters and sycophants who love Joe Biden started to go up against him. Then you started hearing that they're starting to pull funding away from Joe Biden. You started to hear that they're going to not fund him anymore just after he had a huge fundraising event. In the meantime, he was still saying, I'm going to run no matter what. I am going to be in office. And Donald Trump was just like chilling on the sidelines during that time, as any good politician should. You know, Biden was mocking Trump, like, where is Trump? He hasn't been doing anything. Because why? Because the whole media was focused on how horrible of a human being and a president Joe Biden is. So that all of a sudden the tables have turned. So you stay back and you let them just kind of devour their own. And that's essentially what happened. And then you heard about some medical event that happened on Air Force One, July 5th, that was confirmed. We don't know what happened. We just know there was some kind of event. And then after that, out of nowhere, he came out saying that he had COVID. And then there was pictures of him not only walking around without a mask on, but seemingly okay. Yes, he was walking slow places, but there wasn't really much talk about him having COVID. And then shortly after that, he said that he was not going to run anymore. And now that's when everyone was saying, what happened? What changed his mind? And so this is where my conspiracy hat is starting to click on. I think that they did everything they could to get him out of office. I think they hate Joe Biden. I think they were finally admitting that he didn't do a good job and he's going to lose the race. And so they need to get him out. But this is where the fun clicks in. This is where my head starts to go. What if? Okay? And what if Joe Biden said, oh yeah, you're going to push me out? Because it was very clear that they were all getting together to push him out. They're getting rid of funding. They were starting to turn on him. The media was going against him. What if Joe Biden put out a tweet saying, I'm endorsing Kamala Harris as a FU to all the Democrats, because the Democrats know that Kamala Harris is a terrible, terrible candidate. She's unlikable. She's fake. She's everything that they hate. And Joe Biden did that as an FU. You want me to go out? Fine. You know what? I'm going to leave you guys with Kamala Harris then. I'm going to endorse Kamala Harris. You didn't see the Obamas jumping on that train immediately. You saw the media was like kind of weirding out. And all of a sudden they just switched and everything. It was almost like it changed the plan. But I think that they were going to have Joe Biden pull out, and then they were going to have the DNC convention, and then they were going to have this grandiose moment where Big Mike or somebody was going to come out and then all of a sudden have all this energy and momentum. But Joe Biden said, if you are going to push me out, I'm going to leave you with somebody worse. And I think that's what happened. I think Joe Biden hijacked the Democrat plan, and now they're freaking out and they're trying to fabricate like Kamala Harris is this great candidate. It was a great idea and everything about it was perfect. That's my conspiracy, because I can't figure out why the FU would choose Kamala Harris besides knowing this is the only way to get rid of her. Just my thought. Why did it take the Obama so long? That phone call, did that feel real to you? That felt like a quick phone call that they felt like they were forced to give. Did that feel like an endorsement? I don't know. I think they're freaking out. That's just this is my conspiracy. So you can either agree with him or not, but it makes sense. Joe Biden is a bit of an arrogant prick. And if you cross him, he'll make you feel the pain. Let me know your thoughts. All right, guys. I've had so much fun with you guys tonight. I hope you guys have had fun too. Hey, great rant. Hey, thanks so much. Big Mickey. That's a Derek O'Shea promise. Yeah, if you guys don't mind dropping a like and leaving a comment, it helps the algorithms out. I would greatly appreciate it. It's a way of, instead of giving super chats, it helps me grow as a channel, and that matters. We're trying to take over. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. You guys are the most amazing people on earth. Love you guys. Thank you guys. Can't do this show without the chat. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And remember, the Olympics is gayer than ever. Yay. Culture. All right, guys. See you guys soon. Joe served the Dem their own dog food as last major act. That's what I think. They will beg to get Biden back. At this point, if you're a Democrat, you want Biden. And as somebody who's on the right, I want Biden over Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris freaks me out. She's an idiot. She's dumber than Joe Biden with dementia. Take that.